in my last session. Now let's start from here. Here it says, but while most people start with S, each model complements the other two, and success with any of the three opens online doors to the other two. So even for those who move through the C model, consulting the CES dance still works. You saw this in my story. Having established myself as an expert with a large and growing audience, I'm constantly approached by businesses and others seeking my expertise. As I help them out and share the great success stories publicly, my audience grows. This is how my C business feeds my E strategy. Then as I grow my audience or list of customers, I can easily alert them to any new products I'm selling. For example, the book you are reading now will have a great sales day when I alert my audience that it's been posted on Amazon Kindle, resulting in some solid S sales. This is how my E strategy feeds my S business. Dozens of other related streams of income can flow from strategies working in harmony. For example, most businesses are intimidated by the thought of selling their goods via Amazon and eBay, but they also are quickly learning that they need to be on those platforms. This is a golden opportunity and another nice combination of the S and the C models. Instead of having just one Amazon account to garner sales, which is all you are allowed to have according to Amazon's rules, you can get paid a piece of sales by multiple Amazon accounts owned by other businesses. I have a client whose product isn't selling as well as it should be. I'm helping him to expand his audience by creating content and launching it as a book online. This will help sales as more people look to him as an authority in his niche. Our agreement is that I get paid a percentage of each new sales that result from this arrangement. This is my C consult model, helping a business owner use the E expand model to grow his S sell business, which also result in 3 new income streams for me. The credibility of so many S and C success stories in our community has opened doors for a successful podcast we call Silent Sales Machine Radio. You'll find links to many of these podcasts in additional free resources at the end of each section of this book. That's me in the role of E, or expanding our audience as I help others succeed and get things they want. More people want to know how I do it, and they become part of my audience as well as potential consumers for my products. Information or advice, it's a self-propelling upward cycle. Using one or more of our 3 powerful paths to online success, we have recently seen clients achieve $millions sales weeks, and we have even seen a client go from nearly broke to watching his comedy Super Bowl ad run in 2016. Now that was fun to watch happen. The CS models don't stand on their own, though. Each is supported by what we call the foundational principles behind the CS paths to success. We focus on and teach others to use 5 such principles that have helped me and thousands of others in our community establish solid income streams. To follow the silent sales machine, multiple income streams, paths to internet business success, you will need to employ silent sales machine principle number 1. Serve and create value. Predictable success in business almost never start out with you doing what you love because you feel like you deserve it. Doesn't that sound selfish? There's a reason for that, because it is. The alternative is what we do and what we recommend, putting the needs of your customers and prospects ahead of your own desires and working to fill gaps in the marketplace. Silent sales machine principle number 2. Grow an audience. The most valuable asset you will ever have in the online business world is a list of people who can't wait to hear from you. There are 3 ways to grow such a list of loyal customers and fans. Sell great products, offer great content. Video and written content are absolutely vital, and build great partnerships. This book discusses all three approaches. Silent sales mission principle number 3: guard your reputation. A strong online reputation makes it possible to create an audience, grow and serve an audience, build partnership, become a consultant, all of it. The key here is to be intentional and hold high standards. And throughout the book, we will discuss specific ways to protect your reputation on that basis. Silent sales business principle number 4: only do what only you can do. As the owner of an online business, what work should you actually be doing? Well, early on, you do everything that needs to be done to establish multiple streams of income. As you grow, though, your first hire should probably come far sooner than your instincts will suggest. Being freed up to do the things that only you can do is necessarily expanding your business to a new level. Silent sales mission principle number 5: avoid online entrepreneur pitfalls. The online world is full of paths that go nowhere fast, from following hype about the latest shiny object, in other words, the get rich quick online schemes, to starting out with high risk techniques that skip past the internet's low hanging fruit that's best for beginners. You will find cautions about that throughout this book, with a special focus on section 5. Section 5. Understanding and employing this foundational concept will equip you for virtually unlimited opportunities online. My goal, however, isn't to start you off with multiple income streams. Instead, I encourage you to add one at a time. Add one stream at a time, then work your way to multiple streams. Especially as you get started, each smooth flowing income stream will require a period of focused effort and attention. Don't go in multiple directions at the same time. On our team, we call this bolting instead of bouncing. A lesson pounded into us by my partner Brett's successful father-in-law, Scott Miller: each internet business income source will need to be added one at a time, slowly and methodically, and be systemized. I'm a big fan of biblical wisdom here. Wealth from get rich quick schemes quickly disappears. Wealth from hard work grows over time. Once established, each income stream can be automated, made silent. In other words, hands free to whatever degree possible. That will free up your time for more streams. Even if you're content with one stream, I recommend not settling there. While some people find security in a single paycheck, I'm a huge proponent of choosing a more diversified approach to earning income. That way, if anything should happen to one of the streams, you still have plenty of others going. This is especially important when a stream is reliant on a single platform that you don't control. For example, right now, thousands of our students are succeeding wildly by selling goods on Amazon. However, they don't like it when I challenge them with this question: what would happen if Amazon shut down tomorrow? I often told I am being dramatic when I ask such questions, but as recently as a few years ago, I was asking eBay selling professionals the same question. They laughed at me then, but now 80% of them have been forced to move at least some of their time and attention into other platforms, because eBay just isn't the same as it used to be. The fact is that eBay, Amazon, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, PayPal, and any other big boy sites of online business could easily change direction, lose their base of loyal users, or shut you down tomorrow for a random reason out of your control. Are you thinking this could have never happened to you? Don't operate from a place of wishful thinking. In fact, my large popular YouTube channel just vanished on one day. See my open letter to YouTube here. Seemingly inexplicably, all I got from YouTube was a note that simply said, "You have been banned. Don't ever open another YouTube account." I was getting a dozen or more new subscribers per day and numerous new customers and leads from my YouTube account when this happened to me. Fortunately, I was able to get my account back thanks to an overwhelming response from my community. But many good people lose their accounts or get inexplicably shut down all the time by the major sites. It's this sort of uncertainty that makes me such a big fan of establishing multiple streams of income. With this approach, there are always multiple creative solutions to move forward. If you're like most of our students, you're probably pretty excited about getting started and you want more specifics regarding building your online empire. We are almost there, I promise. There is, however, one more element to building the foundation of your online success that we need to discuss first: attitude. Focus on serving and creating value, not on fear and excuses. I told you in chapter 1 that I could find excuses in my grades, in my inexperience with marketing, and my lack of writing skills. These and other traits would be great excuses if I needed them to be. But my excuse potential doesn't stop there. Consider this: I have no idea how to build a website. I use virtually none of what I learned in college in my business today. My parents are both alcoholics, clean and sober since I was 10, but it was a rough start. I have 5 kids to feed and my wife earns virtually no income. I am not well connected in my local community. I hate getting up early. I don't like learn new skills. Nothing technical, please. I really don't like to work at night or early in the morning. I quickly bored by anything routine. I am an introvert. I don't like being on camera. I'm easily distracted and quickly move on to new objects. Are you getting bored with my excuse yet? I could go on if you want me to. Those are all 100% true, but they aren't complaints. They are just reasons that makes it appear I shouldn't be an online entrepreneur. In spite of it all, I'm grateful to be so successful because I know now can encourage you and others. You may also have a laundry list of excuses, but I doubt you are going to come up with one. I haven't seen destroyed by those in our community because we have been doing this since 2002. My team and I have coached literally thousands of people through our coaching program and spoken to tens of thousands of others who were considering launching an online business. We have literally never seen an excuse that makes someone a bad candidate to try our techniques. Here's why. You can succeed regardless of your location. Living inside the US gives you some advantages perhaps, but living outside the US and finding creative local goods to send into the US is just as big of an advantage. We have students in our community who live in small islands in the middle of nowhere running successful online physical product business. They never see or touch their inventory. They use a prep partner to help them manage their inventory in the US. You can succeed regardless of your budget for starting capital. Remember, my partner, 8-figure income Brett, who started with just $400. We have seen many other people start with less, just enough to acquire something to start selling. One of our leaders even started out homeless. You can succeed regardless of your circumstances. We are seeing everything from formerly homeless single moms now buying their first home to dads who are excitedly leaving behind corporate careers because their online businesses are soaring. Worried about limited space for inventory? Don't be. Again, there are workarounds such as using Amazon Warehouse to store inventory for you. You can succeed regardless of your age. The 3 Model 5 principle we teach here are same ones that my 17-year-old son currently uses with his own online business that run entirely independent of mine. We even have 10-year-olds in our community using some of these models. You can succeed regardless of what challenge you face in time or health restrictions. The business is incredibly flexible. Some of our top students are severely restricted from traveling from home or face another physical challenges that prevent them from pursuing more traditional careers. You can succeed regardless of your education, race, gender, or previous experience. You just have to not be afraid of any of the barriers of the past in the internet business world. Your reputation and your business practices, both of which we will teach you how to handle, are what online customers tend to use to decide if they want to engage with you, and often the online connection is all they see you. It truly is a new era. Finally, you can succeed even if you are afraid. For example, Cinnamon and Jason Miles started out with a simple eBay business model 2008, but then used our techniques to turn their small side income into seven-figure multiple income stream success. After overcoming a fear, they would create an army of competitors. The Miles story is a silent sale machine classic showing how students of our model and principle can take one low risk, high reward step at a time into a new adventure. For version 10 of this book, I requested an update to the Miles story, which has appeared in previous version of this book. Below is what Jason shared. We started Liberty Jane clothing in February of 2008 by selling on eBay. My wife Cinnamon was truly a great making 18-inch doll clothes, so we quickly found a following. I helped her with the marketing, and our revenue goal was $1,000 a month. We ran our business that way for 2 years and made $12,000 each year. Although the extra money was nice, we had reached the limit of our business model and by summer of 2009, Cinnamon frequently was staying up until midnight, sewing and getting stressed out and burnt out. Our operation just wasn't sustainable or scalable. We felt stuck and she was ready to walk away from the whole thing. We wanted an online business so bad, but we didn't know how to make it happen. We needed to figure out how to leverage Cinnamon's unique skill while freeing up her time. That summer, as I searched for a new idea, I found the Silent Sale Mission ebook. The message was clear: build an email list and offer digital products to your existing customers. It sounded good, but at the time we had no digital products and our eBay newsletters list only had 125 people signed up. We debated publishing cinnamon doll clothes designed as PDF patterns, but we wondered, was Jim right? Or would we be creating an army of competitors using her patterns to undermine her auction prices? Hmm? Anak, already. Um, that summer I searched new ideas. Okay, where did I? Auction prices. Would other people take work and go further with it than we would be able to? Finally, that fall, we decided to trust Jim's advice and go digital. In September 2009, we published our first four patterns. We sold 11 and gave away several hundred more as our ethical bribe to begin building our newsletter list. Within 6 months, our patterns were making as much as our eBay auctions ever had, and the decision to offer digital products had proven to be no-brainer. None of our fears materialized. Then we discovered more benefits than we could have imagined. Other indie dolls clothes designers started asking if we would publish their pattern too. A marketplace was born, and you can see it at pixiefair.com. But the benefits of Jim's advice didn't stop there. Seamstresses started asking if they could use the patterns as the basis of their see from home work. And if we would help them understand how to successfully sell doll via clothes, via auctions, and other marketing strategies, as we explained and began offering consultation, our sales tripped to 36,000 in 2010. In 2011, they tripled again to just over 100,000. We have gone on to sell millions online in our small corner of the internet. I was able to leave my 9 to 5 career and join the company full time on January 1st, 2014. It took 6 years, but it was worth the wait. Our brand leads our category and it's surrounded by our marketplace that turns our competitors into collaborators and ensures our long term market leadership into the future. We also are passionate about integrating generosity into all we do, both personally and professionally. We combat extreme poverty through a sewing program in Lusaka, Zambia. All of this stemmed from the summer of 2009 when we hit the wall, and then we got the silent sales machine. Jim, thanks for publishing it and for being our friend, mentor, and coach. Do you see how Jason and Cinnamon focused on creating value and serving rather than fear and excuse? In doing this, they chased our principles to absolute runaway, multiple income stream, internet business success. One question though, because of their example, you might be tempted to think that I only teach students how to turn hobbies into business. That is not the case. The opportunities we teach people to reach are far more universally accessible than that. In fact, the Miles story is the perfect example to show how silent sale mission principle number one serves and create value is the attitude that fuels online business success. Serving over selfishness. From an early age, many of us are taught that very dangerous mantra of pursue your dream and only do what you love to do because you can do anything. The logic goes like this: person X did it, I can too. It's the same tainted logic that convinces young performers to strap a guitar to their backs and move to Nashville rather than testing their marketability at a local venue, or to take a few photos and move to Hollywood rather than seeing if the local theater is interested in casting them in a play. More drastically, the same dangerous message convinces 5.8-inch high school basketball players that their only life choice is the NBA, putting them all in on that goal with no room for failure. The good news: turning your hobby into business does work. Sometimes you will even read several compelling stories of of people who did that in this very book. The bad news: for nearly all of us, the odds of getting to do only the stuff I love to do are abysmal. I'm talking one in millions abysmal, sort like the lottery, which I call a tax on people who are really bad at math. Yet, each time we see a success story of a winner who did beat the odds, we are somehow tempted to ignore the obviously overwhelming odds against us. But just like those who spend dollar after dollar on the lottery, people who strictly chase their hobbies hoping for the same kind of success we see with our principal need a heavy dose of reality. If that's you, please hang with me here. I have good news. The voice of reason is not as bad as you might be thinking. I'm all I'm all for turning a hobby into business, and I am all for pursuing hobbies and dreams with passion. However, if you're reading this book because you want to pursue online business success, let me challenge you with this question. Why not go after low hanging fruit, looking for what people need and fulfilling that need first? Predictable long hanging fruit. Success is all about what farmed, what famed salesman, author, and motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said: "You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. See, I am a firm believer that the rule of business success are timeless because human nature is timeless, and success in business always involves serving and creating value for your clients. The fact is, doing this while earning a much deserved profit is always a virtuous and rewarding activity. Personally, I love work because I love serving others. I look forward to work every day, no matter where that work takes me, and I am not alone. I have met hundreds of fulfilled, excited entrepreneurs who are amazed by the profits and liberty they have achieved as a result of having their own income streams, even when the income is not associated with their support dream hobby. So don't make the mistake of determining that you'll only be happy if you get to spend your days pursuing your hobby while expecting the world to pay you to play. Building a business is work, and you can learn to love many aspects of successfully running your own business, even if you don't love to work at first. That said, I think it's a blast earning a profit while working on my own businesses, and you can enjoy the same experience if you approach online success from the same principle and attitudes. Moreover, if you ignore and the serve and create value principle, it will be at your own peril. I have yet to encounter a single failure story online where the idea of finding your audience and serving them where they are, whether you are trying to sell a product, build your audience, or act as a consultant, wasn't the exact advice that would have saved the concept from failure. If, however, you embrace this serve and create value principle and the rest of the concept introduced here in section 1, as you make choices about how to build your internet based business, you will be prepared for any legitimate opportunity that you encounter online. And once you are earning a great living from the low risk, low hanging fruit that is everywhere in the internet business world today, you will have plenty of time to tinker with your hobby and try to turn it into another income stream later. Section 1, wrap up, tips and additional resources. Believe me, more than there is more than enough internet business to go around. Not only have my two closet partners, and I had several times where we have each used this idea to put six figures or more in the bank in a single day. We have now taught numerous others to succeed at this level with the concept we just introduced to you. There is not one magical single path I can show you that will take you to success online. Your gifts, skills, attention span, personality, drive, experience, location, connections, interest, availability, creativity, and having a bit of cash to invest are all factors that may influence which opportunities are available to you. But the bottom line of the essential paths and principle you have been introduced to here in section 1 will greatly benefit you no matter which direction you go online. Let me share with you the two big promises I make to my readers about Silent Sale Mission. Way to internet success anytime I share a business idea with them. Silent Sale Mission promise number 1: no big investments are needed. The first promise is that you won't be risking a large sum of money. I'm proud of the fact that none of the models we teach require large, in some cases, any upfront investment. Having a little cash on the hand can help speed things up in some cases, but big investments are never required for success online. And you can actually damage your odds of success if you think your cash can save you from bad decisions. The most compelling success stories in our readership or student base come from those who started with virtually nothing. The era of needing a pile of cash or taking out massive loans in order to start a business is over for those of us paying attention. Silent sales mission promise number 2. No new techie skills are required. The next promises is that being a tech loving nerd isn't necessarily for online entrepreneurship. Until 1995 or so, we were all taught that your skill will take you places. So, of course, for an online business, that sounds like you need to know how to build a website or learn other technical skills. I reject that notion. I say relationships, creativity, and just knowing how the online world works makes uh, make you far more valuable and likely to succeed than you will ever be if all you have is skills. Most of my closest partners and the most valuable readers in our community are technically challenged, yet we run Alexa, stop. So this is going to be my last page. I decided to just read 1 hour of book per day, but okay, I reached my 1 hour. So I'm going to finish with this page. Technically challenged, yet we run very creative, high automated, and extremely healthy online businesses. So none of our model we use or teach require you to perfect a new set of difficult technical skills. Section 2 begin addressing the CS paths to success in more detail, but before we continue, be warned, reading the rest of Silent Cell Mission 10.0 could render you so eager and excited about all the opportunities that you could find it hard to be satisfied with any real job ever again. In our community, we refer to this as being certifiably unemployable. Okay, I'm stopping right here. Let's continue this one in my next video.